National Action Network, Hal Sharpton's group, a big round of applause. The next speaker needs no introduction, so I won't give her one. Pam Africa. Let's give her a round of applause.
Yes, we did. I want the stool. Oh. No. Oh, your name is okay for a minute. Yeah. What I want to point out is, you know, we really need to be thankful to Mike and the other brother, Lee Natal, and all the attorneys for keeping this fight going. But what's not here, every black politician should be out here. You know, and I'm saying they're asking at too many of these things that's dealing with police brutality. Where are the ministers that's supposed to be out here? Faith-based money is not enough to stop us from going to these churches and demand. They got criminal justice departments in every church. How come none of them, not one of them is here? But this is something I want to point out that I don't think's been pointed out. This dude that shot himself behind the fact, and it had been pointed out, that he did not want to go to another police district. That's why he shot himself. Now what I want to know is, how come the police district that he was at, did he complain to them and tell them why he didn't want to go to the other place? Why did this man have to result and shoot himself? My point is, if this man is afraid of the police, the fraternal order police in another district, what the hell's our women, our men, and our children are subjected to? An investigation needs to be done into the whole thing is, why did this policeman shoot himself rather than go to this other precinct? An investigation needs to be done into that precinct to find out how many blacks, how many Latinos, because we know for a fact they didn't send him to some lily white neighborhood, okay? He was sent to another black neighborhood. But his fear, and I understand, I'm also talking about what we should be afraid of. That anytime a white cop, a white fraternal or police brother take and shoot himself rather than go to another district, there's something terribly wrong here. What is that district? What is that district? We gotta know. And then as far as Seth never should have been made DA in the first place.
Amen.
Seth Williams was criminal from the beginning.
From what I'm seeing.
When Seth Williams said, in order,
I voted for him.
I'm saying, and people voted for him after he said that when he becomes district attorney, that he will see to it that Mumia Abu-Jamal will be executed. My shock was how many black folks came after me as if I was the damn criminal for exposing my brother Michael Cord here. And this is a hell of a man. He said I made a mistake. Okay? He made a mistake. But what it is, he's standing up to that mistake and justifying and doing what's right. There's a whole lot of other people who made that same mistake that are in positions to do something about this. But they're not here. So I want to say, on the move, and long live Mike.
All right, man.
All right. I'm not going to let people know that Seth Williams refused to take criminal complaints that Attorney Michael Cord, and Attorney Leon Williams did to Seth Williams, calling for the arrest of the police officers who was involved in the May 13th, 1985 murder of my family, 11 black men, women, and children. I'm saying, and the evidence is here. Look in the Philadelphia Magazine last year in April, and check out this month's Philadelphia Magazine that Mike wrote in dealing with the case of Mumia. Cases that are national, that's around the world. I'm saying, a lot of times people say, well, all we need is some support. Well, what about presidents of countries? What about Parliament? What about the Chinese diet, which is equal to Congress? What about, around the world on here. And I'm saying we must do what Mike is doing, that example of standing up front, because I'm telling you, I know Mike is getting a lot of flack behind this, because as many people that be around this brother, and I know the feeling, a lot of times you stand alone, seemingly, but we got all our brothers and sisters right here. But I'm saying, the people who have sworn to uphold the law, they're upholding the outlaw. Down with Seth Williams, down with this rotten ass system, and whatever you do, let's stay together. Everybody sign up, give your names to sell who don't have the names, because this is an ongoing campaign. We're going to squash this. On the move.
On the move.
Let's give Pam a big round of applause. We're going to wrap this up in the next 3 or 4 minutes. We have 2 more speakers. The next speaker is Brother Kima Washington. Only thing I need to say is that he's the son of Father Paul Washington. No more needs to be said. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hey, look, first of all, I just want to thank Brother Mike for all he's doing, for being on the forefront of this battle. You know, this brother steps up to the plate, no fear, he doesn't back down. And that's what we need in this fight.
Absolutely.
You know, this is not the first time Seth has let us down. He's let us down before. We got to put an end to this. And this brother that shot himself, the guy that shot himself, I mean, that's a hideous act. That's a hideous act. It's evil. It's diabolical. If we don't stop this now, this monster becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to stop it now. We need to stand up, step up to the plate. We need to tell our neighbors, our sons, our daughters, our pastor, people in the community, we need to tell them and let them know what's going on. Tell them we got to stop this. You know, my feelings too are, you know, what has he done before? If he's done this, what has he done before? And what else is he capable of doing? You know, if he can do this, he's capable of a whole lot more. And I was talking to this one sister over here, and she said, do you know how many people could have died because of that? How many brothers and sisters could have died because of that? I seen the cops get into a feeding frenzy just like sharks. I know what they can do. I see what they can do. So look, don't let this battle stop here. We got to take this to the finish line. Let's continue fighting. Everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Brother Kima Washington, the son of the one and only Father Paul Washington. We're going to wrap things up with Brother Sundiata Sadiq. Brother Sundiata.
Yeah, my name is Sundiata Sadiq, former president of the NAACP, which is right by State Prison. And now I'm working with the Fremont Meal Coalition in New York City. You know what happened, brothers and sisters? We should not make a mistake. I just wrote an article because they had this Negro, Seth Williams, on the front page of the black newspapers up in New York, praising him for what he's doing. You had Negroes like Jerry Mundenshire and Hazel Dukes and all these people down here supporting him and feeding him like he was some kind of god, you know, like you did with Wilson No Good. You know, and we found out Wilson Good was used by his masters to do what? Drop a bomb on our people. Kill 11 men, women, and children. So let's not make a mistake. Franz Fanon talked about black skin and white mask. This Negro across the street is a, well, Elijah Muhammad said a Negro really is a white man that was trained, right? Trained to carry out, to do the devil. And that's what this brother is. So let's not make a mistake about what's happening. We don't know everything about the case, but we do know that Seth is the right man for the right job. Just let me read something. It's a piece I wrote about Seth. And this is what Governor Ed Rendell said about Seth. He said, he's intelligent. That means that he's going to do the bidding of the police department. He's courageous.
Thank you.
And he's likable. In other words, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. They said the same thing about Wilson Good. We had Negroes from all over the country come to Philadelphia to support Wilson Good. Some of my brothers from New York. Let me apologize. Well, I want to apologize to Mike because I was on the internet and I heard him speaking about Seth. And I'm glad that, you know, I called you up. Did you? Yeah, I called you up and said, how can you support Seth? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad to be here, you know, to see what you did today. Yeah. Let me say, brothers and sisters, that Negro knows about Mumia Abu-Jamal. Oh, yeah. If you look at the great debate, Brother Mike wasted. Negro didn't even know. He didn't even know about the police not taking the paraffin test. Couldn't tell you why not. So let me say this. I'm going to end it. Brick by brick. This is what we telling Seth. Wall by wall. We're going to free our brother from Mumia Abu-Jamal.
Yeah. All right. Right on.